tonight we're going stargazing, and we're on the hunt for one of the most famous patterns in the entire night sky, the hunter himself, the constellation Orion.
And I'm willing to bet you have. You know those crisp, clear nights? You glance up, and there's this pattern of stars. It's so bright, so obvious, it almost feels like it's looking right back at you.
Well, that powerful pattern? Yep, that was almost certainly Orion. You know, for literally thousands of years, he's been a guidepost for travelers and a source of total wonder for stargazers. So today, let's get to know him a little better. Okay, so Orion isn't just any constellation. He is one of the true heavyweights of the night sky. I mean, the reason he's so popular is that he's just so easy to recognize. And the best part, you can see him from pretty much anywhere on Earth. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, he's like the main event from November all the way to February. So you want to find him for yourself? I promise, it's way easier than you think. You don't need some fancy telescope or anything. Nope. All you need is a clear night and your own two eyes. Come on, let's walk through how to do it. Okay, step 1, just head outside on a clear night. You want to be looking generally towards the southern sky. Now, just scan around. Don't worry about trying to name every single star up there. You're looking for one very specific, unmistakable sign. 3 super bright stars all lined up in a nearly perfect straight line. And that's it. Seriously, once you spot that little trio of stars, you've found the key to the entire constellation. Congratulations, you've just found the famous Orion's Belt. It is, without a doubt, the easiest landmark for finding our hunter in the sky. Okay, let's dive into this, because once you've found the belt, that's where the real fun begins. We're going to use it as our guidepost to explore all the incredible stuff that actually makes up the hunter. So here is where it gets really amazing. Those 3 stars in the belt, they aren't just single points of light. Nope, 2 of them, Alnitak and Mintaka, are actually multiple star systems, with several stars all orbiting each other. Wild, right? And the one in the middle, Alnilam, that's a colossal blue supergiant. We're talking 40 times more massive than our own sun, and a mind-boggling 2,000 light-years away. All right, let's build out the rest of the hunter. If you look up and to the left of the belt, you're going to see this really distinct reddish-orange star. That one? That's Betelgeuse, his right shoulder. Now look diagonally across, down and to the right of the belt, you'll spot a brilliant bluish-white star. That's Rigel, his left foot. And what's cool is their colors tell a story. The red of Betelgeuse means it's an older, cooler star. But that bright blue of Rigel, that means it's incredibly hot, young, and full of energy. Okay, now let's drop our eyes just below the belt. You see that faint little line of what looks like 3 dimmer stars just kind of hanging down? That's not just any old part of the hunter. That is his sword, hanging right from his belt. But hang on. If you look really close, even with just your eyes on a dark night, you might notice something a little odd. That middle star in the sword, it doesn't look quite as sharp and pointy as the others, does it? It's a little fuzzy. So what in the world are we looking at? Okay, before the big reveal, let's just quickly define a word. Nebula. A nebula is, simply put, a giant cloud of dust and gas just hanging out in space. And why are they so important? Well, they're basically cosmic cradles. You can think of them as stellar nurseries where brand new stars are born. And that's exactly what we're seeing. That fuzzy little patch in Orion's sword, that is the magnificent Orion Nebula. It's one of the most active star-forming regions in our entire cosmic neighborhood. You are literally looking at a factory churning out brand new suns. It's one of the brightest nebula in the sky, and trust me, it's an absolutely breathtaking sight, even with just a simple pair of binoculars. So, how far away is this incredible stellar nursery? It's about 1,300 light-years from us. I know, that's a number so huge, it's almost impossible to really wrap your head around. So let's try to put that into perspective. What does a distance like 1,300 light-years really even mean? How can we possibly make sense of that kind of scale? Well, think about it like this. The light that's hitting your eye tonight when you look up at that fuzzy spot, it started its journey to you 1,300 years ago. It's been traveling through space ever since the early Middle Ages were happening here on Earth. So when you look at it, you are quite literally looking back in time. And you know that feeling of ancient wonder? It's nothing new. I mean, long before we had any idea about nebulae or supergiants, ancient cultures looked up at these exact same stars, and they saw stories. They saw a great figure, a hunter, striding across the winter sky. For the ancient Greeks, for example, Orion was a giant hunter.
the son of Poseidon. The stories say he was so tall he could walk on the bottom of the ocean with his head still above the waves. Pretty cool, huh? After a life full of adventure and, well, a tragic death, the gods decided to honor him by placing him among the stars. And that's where we can still see him today, forever locked in a cosmic stare-down with his rival, Taurus the Bull.
So there you have it. We've traveled thousands of light years, we've peeked into a stellar nursery, and we've even heard an ancient legend. We took a simple pattern of stars and uncovered this incredibly deep, rich story. And now, well, now it's your turn. The very next clear night you get, I want you to go outside, find that belt, find those brilliant shoulders and feet, and really gaze into the heart of that fuzzy sword. Just remember, the very same light that guided ancient sailors and inspired those incredible myths is reaching your eyes right now. So what stories will you see when you look up at the great hunter in the stars?